Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing great today. In this video, we are going to dive into a very exciting and, honestly, quite unusual comparison between two completely different naval ships from two very different nations. The mighty Type 055 Nanchang DDG-101 China, and the much smaller and much older BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06 Philippines. Now before we begin, as always, remember, this channel is all about education, awareness, and learning. We are not promoting conflict, we are not taking any political sides, and we always respect the service of sailors from all nations. This is purely for knowledge, and for all the naval enthusiasts out there who love to study the sea, technology, and history. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this detailed comparison. Type 055 Nanchang DDG-101 China. The Type 055 class, with Nanchang as its lead ship, is considered one of the most advanced surface combatants in the world today. Commissioned in 2020, the Nanchang is technically classified as a guided missile destroyer, although many analysts argue it should be called a cruiser because of its sheer size, capabilities, and the role it plays in fleet operations. The ship displaces more than 12,000 tons fully loaded, making it among the largest modern warships in service anywhere. For comparison, that is almost the size of the famous World War II heavy cruisers. Its sleek, radar-reducing design, combined with integrated mast structures and flush vertical launch system cells, shows how far Chinese shipbuilding has progressed in just 2 decades. The highlight of the Type 055 is its 112 universal vertical launch cells. These can carry a wide range of weaponry: HHQ-9B long-range surface-to-air missiles for fleet air defense, YJ-18 anti-ship cruise missiles which are fast and deadly against surface vessels, CJ-10 land attack cruise missiles giving it the ability to strike targets deep inland, and CY-5 anti-submarine rockets that allow it to hunt submarines at long distances. This flexibility makes the ship a true multi-role powerhouse. The ship's Type 346B AESA radar gives it long-range detection and the ability to track multiple threats simultaneously. Combined with advanced combat management systems and electronic warfare suites, the Type 055 is not just a ship, it is a command hub capable of leading a whole task force. The Type 055 is designed to escort China's aircraft carriers, protect sea lanes, and project power far beyond coastal waters. With endurance for long deployments, it is a key symbol of China's transition from a regional to a global naval power. BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06 Philippines. On the other side we have the BRP Miguel Malvar, and here the story is completely different. This ship has one of the most fascinating service records in Asia. Originally built during World War II as a Cannon-class destroyer escort for the United States Navy, it was later transferred to the Philippine Navy and reclassified as a frigate. This makes the Miguel Malvar one of the oldest active combat vessels still in commission in Southeast Asia. Imagine that, a ship designed during the 1940s still sailing in the 21st century. The Miguel Malvar displaces only about 1,200 tons, literally 1/10 the size of the Nanchang. Its armament is very modest. Old 76mm Otto Melara guns is its main weapon, smaller caliber automatic cannons and machine guns, and very basic anti-submarine mortars that were once useful in World War II-era convoy protection. But there are no modern missiles, no vertical launch system, and no advanced radar. Its sensors are dated, its endurance is modest, and its ability to deal with modern threats is minimal. Despite these limitations, the Miguel Malvar has been extremely valuable to the Philippine Navy. It has performed countless patrol missions, sovereignty protection operations, anti-smuggling patrols, training duties, and even humanitarian missions. For the Philippines, a country with one of the most challenging maritime environments in the world, every ship counts. Type 055 Nanchang DDG-101 China vs BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06 Philippines. Now let's put these two side by side. In terms of displacement, the Nanchang at 12,000 plus tons is 10 times larger than the Miguel Malvar at around 1,200 tons. In weapons, the Nanchang's 112 vertical launch cells capable of firing advanced missiles across every domain of warfare stand in sharp contrast to the Miguel Malvar's single old gun and light weapons. In sensors, the Nanchang carries one of the most advanced AESA radars in the world, capable of detecting stealth aircraft and multiple threats simultaneously, while the Miguel Malvar relies on radar technology rooted in the 1940s. The difference in role is equally striking. The Nanchang is a capital ship meant for global projection of power, while the Miguel Malvar is a patrol ship intended for sovereignty missions and basic coastal defense. The comparison is almost unfair, like comparing a Formula One car with a Jeep from the 1940s, but that's exactly what makes this such an interesting study. Naval significance of Type 055 Nanchang DDG-101, China and BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06, Philippines. This is where the real lesson lies. Naval ships are not just about size and weapons, they reflect the history, economy, and strategy of their nations. For China, the Type 055 represents decades of investment in research, shipbuilding, and a desire to project power globally. It shows how the Chinese Navy has moved from small coastal defense ships to aircraft carriers, destroyers, and submarines capable of operating worldwide. For the Philippines, the Miguel Malvar represents a navy that has had to stretch its resources, keep older ships running, and do its best to maintain a presence at sea despite limited budgets. It symbolizes resilience, perseverance, and the commitment of Filipino sailors to defend their waters. And it is important to note that the Philippines is now modernizing. The arrival of the Jose Rizal-class frigates, future offshore patrol vessels, and even plans for submarines means the Philippine Navy is entering a new era. Soon, ships like the Miguel Malvar will retire, but they will always be remembered for the role they played. Lessons from Type 055 Nanchang DDG-101, China and BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06, Philippines. So what do we learn from this comparison? First, ships reflect national strategy. A big navy builds big ships to project power. A smaller navy builds what it needs for patrol and coastal defense. Second, technology moves fast. A World War II-era ship simply cannot compete with a 21st-century warship, but it can still have value in other missions. Third, numbers are not everything. Training, alliances, strategy, and geography matter just as much as raw firepower. And finally, naval history is important. Old ships like Miguel Malvar are floating museums in a way. They connect us to the past, to World War II, and to the evolution of naval technology. Conclusion. Type 055 Nanchang DDG-101, China and BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06, Philippines. In the end, the Type 055 Nanchang and the BRP Miguel Malvar could not be more different. One is a massive, high-tech destroyer that symbolizes the rise of a great naval power. The other is a small, aging frigate that has served faithfully for decades in one of the most challenging maritime regions of the world. Both matter. Both have stories worth telling. And both remind us that the sea is not just about firepower, it is about people, service, and the missions they carry out. For naval enthusiasts, comparisons like this are not about deciding which ship would win in a fight. Instead, they are about learning how navies grow, how ships evolve, and how history connects us to the present. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about these two ships and their differences, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below what comparison you would like to see next. Maybe the Jose Rizal class versus another modern frigate, or maybe a submarine face-off. Your support keeps this channel motivated. Stay safe, stay curious, and see you in the next video.